Well, we're here at Ron LaClair's archery shop in Potterville, and we want to know how you got started in this business.
How I got started in this business was when I retired from GM. I didn't have anything else to do, so and archery's always been my hobby, so I turned my hobby into a business, and that's basically how I got started. I've been in it now for 20 years.
And you're still shooting,
Still shooting, yeah.
and you have a lot of trophies there.
Yes. Okay, I've been to Canada, I've been to Alaska, Quebec. Next week I'm going to Idaho, and I've been after moose, caribou, elk, black bear, and just about anything that I can go after, I like to go after.
And you do it all with a bow and arrow.
All with a longbow, yeah.
Have you met Fred Bear?
I met Fred Bear, yeah, quite a few years ago. Met him several times, in fact, yeah.
Did you ever hunt with him?
No, I never did.
Never had that chance.
No.
He was a great archer.
Yes, he was.
Do you make your own bows?
Not anymore. I have people working and making them for me. I don't actually, since I've retired, I don't have time to do as much as I did, it seems like, when I worked. So I have three people that build bows for me. I have a website for my business, and I advertise on a national magazine, and we sell our bows worldwide.
And speaking of national magazines, we see you on the cover of one.
Yes, yeah, that was a few years ago. I was on the cover of Traditional Bowhunter magazine, which is a worldwide magazine. There's quite a bit of interest in this type of archery. They call this traditional archery as opposed to today's modern day archery, which is compounds and all of the high-tech paraphernalia that goes with it. Ours is a more simple, basic type of archery, not unlike bows, the first bows that were ever made, just a stick and a string. So they're made with modern materials, but they're made with the same old designs.
You'd have to have a pretty strong bow, recurve bow, to kill a bear, I would think.
No, not necessarily.
No?
My wife doesn't shoot a very heavy bow. She hasn't killed a bear, but she's killed a couple of deer with her bow, and it's quite light poundage. The trick is to have a sharp arrow, sharp broadhead, and shot placement.
So what weight bow would she pull?
Right now she's pulling about 30 pounds.
And what do you pull?
63. Yeah.
And you don't think a compound bow would be easier at that weight?
Yeah, like I said, for someone that doesn't have the time to practice much, or for someone just getting started, it's probably a compound would be easier. But like I say, it's the traditional bows are more of a challenge, and people say they're more fun. Now, I've never owned a compound, never used one. Been in archery all my life. My grandmother gave me a book called Robin Hood when I was 4 years old, and my mother read that book to me, and that had such an influence on me that I just have been in love with archery ever since.
Do they still have competition?
Oh yeah, sure. There's a lot of competitions. Today there's a lot of clubs that have regular shoots, especially through the summer, and they have winter leagues in the winter. And archery is a year-round sport that you can be involved in all year. It's not just something to do in the summertime.
They have indoor ranges in some places, right?
Correct, yeah.
Are you still in competition?
No, not anymore. We shoot mostly for fun. I've got boxes and shelves full of trophies that I won back in my early years in the late 50s and 60s and 70s. And in 1980, I won the World Longbow Championship in Alabama. And since then, I've just kind of tapered off, and I do it more just for fun, for pleasure now. My wife Nancy's cousin, Jack White, was the 1953 Instinctive National Champion. So she's been involved in archery all the time. Her and I were married in 1959, and that fall we bow hunted together, and she has been my hunting companion ever since. So it kind of helps when the husband and wife both share the same interest.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and this isn't a sport just for young people. You know, the man that got me involved in it, Carl Youngs is from Lansing, and
I know Carl.
do you know Carl?
Yes, I do.
Carl is 92 years old now, and
Really?
I talked to him on the phone just the other day, and Carl used to bowl a lot, and he was involved in archery, and he kind of got me started in it, and he was in it right up until his quite late years. So it's not a sport just for young people. It's a sport for older folks too, but the main thing is for us, like my wife and I, it's something that we're both interested in and active in, and it keeps us busy. And I think my own view on later years, when you're getting older, is don't sit down, stand up, and don't lean back, lean forward, and just get moving and keep active, and it keeps you young, you know.
It'd be pretty hard to sit down and do archery.
Well, you could. I mean, there's actually archers that are in wheelchairs.
Is that right?
Oh, sure.
And you're also a poet.
A poet, yeah, somewhat. I do it for my own pleasure, and it's kind of fun and rewarding too, you know.
We'd like to see a demonstration of your sharpshooting.
Okay, well, we've got a target out back the shop here. Let's go take a few shots.
Very good.
The years go by, and before you know it, your youth is gone, and now you show it. Youthful shine and unwrinkled skin will never be your look again. Colors going from your hair as white and gray take over there. Your knees no longer let you run. Wind in your face, that joy is done. Physical strength of your early years is waning, replaced by fears. Fear of losing what once was you. Fear of not doing what you once could do. Do not believe that all is lost. This look you have, you've paid the cost. Those lines and wrinkles on your skin are maps of battles fought hard to win. The drawn, tired look, the signs of strain, are evidence of suffered pain. Wear this look as a badge of life. It shows you've gone through trial and strife. Experience, the price is high, but you'll keep paying until you die. Just set your sights on goals ahead. Don't look back, but forward instead. Okay, this is the second Harley that I ever purchased, and I didn't buy my first Harley until I was 60 years old. I guess at the time I was kind of feeling over the hill, and I'd always kind of wanted a Harley. I'd rode other bikes earlier in life, and I just decided it was time to get a Harley. So I went down and got one. And to make it even more fun, this is a bear that I took in Ontario with a bow a few years ago, and I had the taxidermist put it on the helmet. So this isn't my everyday helmet, but just for parades and such, special occasions, we wear this. And like I say, it's all just for fun. Okay, thanks for coming out. I'd like to end talk, but we got places to go and people to meet.